Greetings and welcome to not Fate Grand Order, King of Fighters All-Stars. What am I saying? This is probably the newest game that I'm having quite a bit of fun with, and it's probably because of many reasons. One, it's got King of Fighters in it, which always has a bunch of interesting characters in it, even though I was never particularly good at it. It's actually, from what I've played so far, a pretty good game with a lot of stuff to do, including some very challenging things that require time investment in order to accomplish them. A gacha system that I believe is actually quite fair, and honestly just pretty much having a lot of fun playing it. So let's go into the game and I'll show you everything I know about it, and I'll tell you why I think it's actually a pretty fair game and why I think you might want to try it out. So in we go. Okay, so welcome to the home screen. Just give me a second here. There we go. First commercial, second. There we go. Okay, so welcome to the home screen. So before we go into anything else, let's do with the giant elephant in the room when it comes to all mobile games, and that is the summoning system. So in we go. Now here we have what is basically your standard summoning window. You've got the limited time banner, you've got a step up banner, you've got your standard summoning banner, and then you have the friend point banner. Now as you can see here, down at the bottom of the normal non-step up banners, we have a little bar that slowly fills up. You can compare here and there. So what this means is that after performing a certain amount of summons, as you can see there, you are guaranteed to get every single one of those things at each step, culminating at 300 total summons at a 5-star fighter selection ticket from the lineup of the characters available in this banner. There's also one for the standard summoning pool here. And what's really nice about this one here is that not only does the free daily summon that they give you actually count toward it, but any summoning ticket that you use, like these here that I'm saving up for when some other characters arrive, actually count toward it. We'll go back in there. So that's why I think it's probably one of the most fair summoning systems that I've come upon. Now, you are obviously going to be swarmed with low-level characters and all that stuff, but that is not the end of the world, as we will see later. So that's for fighters. Then we have the battle cards here. Now this is essentially their equipment and the cards you are required to have if you want to unlock every character's ultimate finishing move, or whatever it's called in the game. So you can see for this banner right here, we have zeros. That's a possibility for you to get there. And as you can see here, for 150 summons instead of 300, you can pick it out, or whichever one you want. And then you have the standard one that also has a free daily summon, single summon, and has all of those available there. Now, among these are not only the ones that grant you the special card that grants them their final finisher move, but there's also set cards, option cards, which we'll get into later. Now, let's take a look at the step-up banner here. Now, as we can see here, it is 500 rubies instead of 1,000. That is the normal for the normal summoning banner here. Well, 900 because it's a little discount. That means that if it maintains it going as it is here, so that's 1,000 for the first two steps, then I would imagine another 1,000 there for the first step up that you get the battle card selector. Then that's 3,000, so a total of 4,000, and you are guaranteed either King or Maxima, and you're able to pick out their special cards. So 4,000 is actually not too bad. It's not super easy to get 4,000 rubies, but it's not impossible either. So if you bide your time and wait for the fighter you really want to show up, then you can probably guarantee yourself to have at least that one copy and their special ability if you really want to. Now that's just the gacha system. Now let's go into the meat and bones of this game, and that is the fighters here. Now be ready because there is a lot to go over here. Now as you can see, we have your standard rarities. You've got 5-star or 4-star, 5-star, and then you have a evolution or your evolve mechanic that raises everyone's rarity by up to 1 so far. So let's take a look at the Kula here, which is my strongest character in every sense of the word. We'll get to that later. So as you can see, she is now a 6-star because she was a 5-star summonable from the Halloween banner, and I got really lucky and got her on the second pull. But let's take a look at everything here in the status window. So we've got the level, how much experience required in order to reach the next level, her total combat power, HP, attack, defense, stat details, as we can see here, everything she's gained and from where, battle card score, additional buffs, and all that other good stuff. We've got core effects, which we'll get into later. That was the grid you saw right now. And relation, which actually affects when you put them together as assist fighters, and strikers here, what they will grant her and what they will gain if they're on the same team, or what if you have them as assists. So as you can see, there's a lot to look at, and they also have keywords here. So she's Halloween, she's Ness, villain confirmed, and an all-star, because this particular outfit is from this game. Then we've got the limit break. As you can see, we're in phase 4 of 6. So that is how much I've raised her maximum level from the current limit of a 6-star character. And we have affinity as well, which we'll get into later, which on the menu over there. And we've got our like button that stops us from selling her at any point in time. Then the skill. Here we can see every single one of her skills that she has access to. The before final one, actually, interesting. That's her striker skill. That's her diamond edge, diamond breath, lace spin, crow bite. Interesting. So unless you actually have access to that skill, you actually can't actually see it. But as you can see, they're pretty much leveled up. They've got cooldowns and all that other good stuff. And then profile just for those lore nerds over there. Now, let's take a look at the leveling up here. So right now, I can't give her any more because she is the max level. But as you can see, we've got 4 attempts of different experience capsules. As you can see, the experience goes up quite exponentially. And then we've got these little really red, blue, and green ones that increase HP attack and defense up to a maximum of plus 99, at least so far. So that's just a level up menu. Now evolve. This is where you go from their current rarity to their maximum rarity plus 1. And as you can see, their leader skill kind of goes up, I think. Yeah, I think they might receive a buff to their leader skill if you evolve them. I'm not really sure on that one so far. But you do require some very specific materials that go down there in order to evolve them. And some of those materials for 5 stars can be a little pain in the butt to acquire. But nothing too particularly difficult, if I'm perfectly honest. Then a limit break. This is where we use the fractions of souls there that we have in order to increase their level by 1 for each amount of souls that we have there. So as you can see, we already have enough for the next step, so we're going to do it. Because why not? And there we go. Now she goes from up to level 77. Now let's go back to here we go, and level her up. Okay, let's see if we can avoid wasting any of these because they're pretty rare. There we go. Level up. There we go. And her combat power went up yet again. Very nice. Now let's go to the really important part. The core grid. So as you can see, you need to advance throughout this grid in order to unlock their extra abilities, their finishers. Diamond Edge is her finisher move. And then you've got her striker skill right there if you put her as a striker, her crow bite up there. And then down here you have 2 more moves, Diamond Breath and Lace Spin, along with pretty much stat upgrades. And not only that, but let's see. Starting here, it's their passive skill. As you can see, she's a Festival Maid, increases active skill damage dealt to frozen enemies by 20%. Okay, so how do we freeze enemies? Well, freeze an enemy for 0.5 seconds, so if you chain Diamond Breath with any of her other skills, they will deal more damage. But there is, let's see, where did that skill go? We've got Festival Maid, Anti-K, here we go. 30% chance to freeze enemy for 1 second when attacked for 12 second cooldown. So yeah, she has a lot of nice abilities there. So because we did go up in level, this freed up quite a bit of cores here. Unfortunately, we are a little low on money, but let me show you what we can get. Attack plus 105, excellent. So as you can see, we've got a few cores lying around, but we just wasted 110 gold for that 1 core. Oh, hold on. 2% strike skill attack damage increase. We don't need that because she doesn't go into the strike slot ever. We are missing that 12 of those cores. Oh dear. Okay, so we'll come back to that later. So as you can see, filling out this core, this core grid is going to take the majority of your resources and time, especially your gold. As you can see, these are all the cores that you can actually use. Rainbow cores. I haven't used those yet, but I'm pretty sure I will eventually. And let's see, what is this at maximum level power game? It won't tell me, and it requires almost 500,000 gold to unlock. Yeah, well, pretty much, yeah, that's that. Now, let's go into the equip menu here. Now, this is where the battle cards that I mentioned in the summon area go, as you can see there. So we have set cards, option cards, and a special card that goes up there that I currently don't have first, which I'm kind of sad about. But let's show you somebody that does. Here we have This is an Athena that we get for free on one of the welcoming missions, and if you start playing the game, this is the second or third welcome mission that you can actually accomplish, and she's actually very useful, as I'll show you later. So as you can see, in her special slot, she has this card available to her that I got during when I started playing. I managed to get a copy of this, even though the card itself is not particularly strong. It grants her Psycho Medley 13 super special attack, which is extremely powerful. So let's just put a like on that so we don't lose it. So that goes there. Then we have set cards here. As you can see, there are many types of set cards. There's Yuri playing baseball there. There's King with, I think, her brother. There's Terry Bogard right there. I've got one for Kula there on the top. And then we've got the second part of the set there and the third part of the set. Unfortunately, we only have one of this first version of this card set here. So she is the only one that has a complete set equipped. But as you can see here, if we go into the details of its got fighting set bonus increases penetration by 6.3% for 5 seconds when using a strike skill. So after using certain skills, you are able to penetrate the enemy's defense to deal damage even if they're blocking. Now options. This is where another amount of options are going to come from, as you can see. Level 1 increases poison damage by 0.5. Why is that there? Oh yeah, because they also give us stats. I did not know Iori dealt with poison damage. Then we've got increases critical rate on that one. Increases damage dealt to red elements by a certain percentage. We'll go into that later once we start forming a team. Decreases bleed damage taken. Increases bleed damage taken. I'm not really sure who that is. Increases damage dealt. So you get the idea. So these options give you, well, options. Now this one here, I'm actually not sure why that one's locked. I'm not sure if they need to reach max level to have it unlocked or what, but yeah, kind of weird. So right now, our Kula here has this one, which increases defense by 1.9 and increases skill cooldowns by 1.1, which is very nice because she's reliant on her skills. And we've actually done a little bit of leveling up. So let's finish leveling up that card here. So outside of all of those, we have these. So these are pretty much the leveling up cards for your battle cards. You can equip up to 6 there. So let's see. Use materials. There we go. That grants us one more level. You do need to be careful though, because if you run out of actual leveling up materials, the computer will actually start putting low-level battle cards there, and you might accidentally get rid of something you actually want, like that low star Athena, the one that's currently equipped with Athena. Now the other thing is I'm trying to figure out how to level up that level 2 skill. Now I think it might have to do with sacrificing copies of the same one into each other. Let's try that right now. As I said, I don't know everything about this game yet. So we know we have extra copies of this one. So we can evolve it into a 5-star, and that will give it a significant amount of higher stats. And if you go into the evolve here, let's see. We've got all these low level ones. Apparently we can't set. Oh, no, it should be here in the sets. Hold on. Let's see if we find it. We cannot. Okay, so apparently that's not how it works. So maybe if we evolve it, that will go into level 2. So let's try it. Let's try this. It needs to be max level. Right, okay then. So let's go back to the one Kula has equipped and see if that actually makes it go up. Okay, so right now it's level 2 and we maxed out level, so let's go evolve. Excellent, we can do it. That'll increase 100 attack. Okay, so that resets its level. We expected that kind of. And details. It did not go up, unfortunately. Okay, let's level it up, see if we can actually get it to level 3. Okay, level 17, not bad. Use materials. That's fine, that's what they're there for. And we're burning through a gold yet again. 26 out of 30, okay then. It's worth it though. Almost there, almost there. And use materials. I do believe that'll be overkill. Okay, so... Okay, yeah, so it was absolutely going into overkill, but what is this? What is this supposed to do? What is that? Hold on, well, actually, hold on, give me a second here. What is this? We're getting a very small amount of experience, but what are these? Oh, hold on, there we go. That allows us to reach it. Oh, skill level up. Oh, hold on, that's exactly what we were trying to do. Okay, then, let's take a look at this. Okay, so these special ones that you can get through daily missions, I think. Okay, 37% is a skill level up. 73. 100. Excellent. We're going to do that. And we also need to finish leveling it up, so... Oh, and enhance super success chance. There we go. That's finished it. Okay, and level 3. Okay, very nice. So... that is how we actually level up the skills on those things. So can we go higher? Actually, we can, but the percentage goes down every single time. Well, it's already at the max amount. Proceed with enhancement. Yes, we're going to get our skills to level 4 here. There we go. Level 4 increases defense and decreases skill cooldown. Very small bonuses there, but I think in the long run it'll be worth it. Oh yeah, hold on. So that is the equipment section here in the battle cards. Lastly, affinity. So as you can see, every fighter has an affinity level here, and you can see you can get a little bit of rewards here. Starting with 10 rubies, increases HP by 40. I'm not sure what that applies to. It must apply to either the fighter or you as a player. And lastly, you can get the fighter souls so you can limit break them eventually. But oh yeah, and all these items here you can actually get just going through the story. They're not that difficult to acquire. And if you actually click here, it actually tells you where they drop. So very nice of them on that part. So it took some other games a long time to get that in. And that is everything we had to do with the characters. Now, out of all these characters you see here, only Kula, Yuri, and Mai are actually proper 5 and 6 star fighters. That Athena, that Tori Bogard, Iori, Vice, and that Kyo are all actually free servants from missions. So missions here are actually nice when it comes to rewards. I've got all these other people down here of lower ratings, but yeah, I'm not really going to use them much. So that was just the fighter menu, yeah. Now let's go into actually the meta here, and go into battle. So when you first play here, or when you first start up, you're only going to have access to the story here. And this is essentially the story of every King of Fighters game up to a certain point, as you can see here, all the way up to 98, starting at 94. So there's still a lot of way to go for the story. Once you finish it up, you can unlock the hard and expert levels, and they give you a small amount of rubies each time you finish them off, as you can see. And there's also extra stages that give you extra rubies here. Oh, we actually haven't done this one here. This is the... Okay, let's try this because it is free, doesn't cost us anything. So let's try. So we need to destroy a car, very much like in Street Fighter 2. Then the fighter on the other side. Okay, this is new. Some Yuri, go for maximum damage. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So as you can see, this is very much a beat 'em up here. Yay, we can accomplish it. Now, did we get maximum rewards here? Okay, yeah, a lot of points, okay. Yes, okay, wow, that was 100 rubies right there for free, nice. So yeah, as you can see here, the story is a very nice way to get rubies little by little. But that's just the story. So as you progress through the story, you're going to start unlocking the Power Dungeon, the Soul Quest, the Event Quest, and eventually the Epic Quest. So let's go into the Power Dungeon and show you what we have here. This obviously is where you get experience, where you get gold. This is where you get the cards that helped us level up the battle cards we just did. This is the Battle Card Evolution area that we also just did. Tower of Trials is something that you can actually get some rewards from. As you can see, a little bit of reward here and there. But it says recommended 11,810 combat power, as well as that particular color. And you can also auto clear it if you wish. We'll go into that later. And then lastly, Fighter Evolution dungeons and core dungeons. So yeah, when you first start playing, you're only going to have access to easy, and as you progress through the story, you'll have access to all the other, even the Lunatic one that has a limited number of entries per day, which you want to do every day, obviously. Now, Soul Quest, this is obvious. This is where you come to get souls for your favorite characters 3 times a day, as you can see down there. And there is difficulties here, but you need to beat the normal difficulty to unlock hard and then expert. Now, this is not particularly difficult, but you can once in a while bump in. This is a one-on-one battle with the fighter you selected against another randomly selected fighter. And if you have bad luck and you are facing off against somebody that has advantage against you, you can get taken down, but generally speaking, it's not particularly hard. And you can get on expert 4 souls per run. Combine that with 3 runs a day, that is a total of 12 souls per day. Now, let's go into the event quest. This is generally speaking monthly event quest from what I've seen so far. Right now we have this thing here that has 4 days remaining that I didn't participate particularly in because I wasn't really that interested, if I'm perfectly honest, although we are pretty much done there. Next reward, 38 points. Let's see, can we complete this on our own? Let's see, complete, remaining fever time, recommended. We should be able to do this with our current characters. And Terry Bogard actually has a Dennis, so let's watch this. Let's go into this one here and just do it. Now, one of the things I like about this game is it has an auto battle function. As you can see, right now it's in manual, but if I click this, it goes on semi-auto where it only uses normal attacks, and full auto, where it actually uses every single skill available to it. It also uses strikers and all that other good stuff, but it will never switch characters. That's the one thing it won't do. Emergency evade, there we go. There we go. So as you can see, the actual combat graphics are not that bad looking. Ooh, nice, we got the S record, very nice. New time attack record, not sure what that means. Cumulative score. Okay, and we got a few rubies there, not too bad. And we leveled up, okay, can't complain about that. 10 rubies per level up. And 50 AP. And some wine glasses for King, I believe. Oh, and we actually got the King now. Very nice. Okay, so it was definitely worth doing that. So what are the rewards here? Check rewards. Okay, so we just got King, so we just got there. So as you can see, this is one of the event type of events. You accumulate points throughout the event and you get extra stuff. And if you do enough points, you can get this card King, which unlocks her Venom Shot. I do believe this one is also available in the Battle Card Summon, so you don't have to fret if you don't acquire it. But being available for free is definitely nice. And you get bonus rewards if you include any of those characters either as actual fighters or as support characters. So yeah, you can definitely abuse some of those characters to increase your drops. But that's just one type of event. We also have this. So as you can see, this is another way to acquire souls. Every single day, a certain type of soul is offered up, and you can definitely get a significant amount, although the characters that they drop for are random. And then we come to the actual difficult events here. This is the Advent Dungeon, that is what it's called. It says Descent, but it's actually Advent. And as you can see, this is your chance to get all-star exclusive characters right there. But this is not easy to do, because if we go here, as you can see, you need to acquire 200 of their souls in order to actually create them. So with enough souls, you can actually trade those souls for the characters themselves. But this is, the best way to describe it is a proper beat-em-up boss. Now, I could try and do it, but I'm not really that interested, and I think it's only got 4 days remaining. So I'm going to wait for the next one. And then on the one below, you can get their special cards in order to get their to unlock their final finishers. So this is one of the things to do every month. But now let's talk about the most important part in my opinion, and that is the epic quest. So this is something that unlocks once you've completed all of the story so far, and it is a very difficult set of story missions that unlock all of those fighters for you. So yeah, this is a fighters exclusive Blue Mary here, but as you can see, completing certain missions will actually let you acquire that specific character. So we've got Mary, we've got Rugo, Chizuru, and Mecha Goenitsu there. But as you can see, in order to acquire her, I need to clear mission 110 in 59 seconds, which is a lot easier said than done. Because as you can see, recommended power 13,800. Yeah, it's not that easy, and then they tend to go into armor and super armor very often, but we are given a certain amount of help if we are willing to put in the time. Because this epic story has no time limit, you can spend a little bit of time every day accumulating power, as you can see over here on the left. As you can see, stat buffs, attack increase, defense increase. So if we click on here, increases fighter's attack by 663 in epic quest. And then if we click on this one here, increases damage by 1.5 times % in all stages of Chapter 1 Envy and Chapter 5 Envy Stage 1. So as you go through these and you complete all these missions, you get those little buffs. So as you can see here, I completed most of them last night and slowly working my power so that I can eventually unlock this Envy Mary here. She's not that bad looking at. Now let's see, let's take a look at her skills. As we go into skill preview, you can see what she can actually do, which is very nice. That way you know if you want to put in the time in order to unlock the fighter, or if you just want to progress the story to get to a character you actually want. Okay, so the game froze up on me. I did tell you this game runs pretty hot on my cell phone, unfortunately, and it is also pretty warm in my room right now, so yeah, that didn't help. But you get the idea when it comes to the epic quest. Very long-term investment, bonus rewards for using certain particular characters relating to the story. 2 of these are actually free characters there. So yeah, so that is the epic story, and this one isn't there yet, but if we go here, we can see. So this time it's similar story, or 2 more free servants get you bonuses. But this time you actually are able to get this special Rugo here. Yeah, we can actually get this guy, what's it called? Endless Greed Rugo. Boss fighter, all-star, villain confirmed, so yeah. So the epic story is definitely a very long-term investment here. So that's pretty much everything when it comes to the battle menu, but we're not done. We have match menu as well. This is literally PvP in a more fighting game style scenario. So you have Arena, Time Attack Challenge, Arena, League Match, and Friendly Match, as you can imagine. So Time Attack has this form a team with 24 pre-selected fighters and go for the best time. We have Arena here. So yes, here you form your team, you're given a certain power, and then you go in and battle against other people that I believe are controlled by the AI. But because you can't see who you're going to fight against, you can predetermine your team, so you might run into a team that has a type advantage against you. But if you put in the time, and you earn enough coins, you can earn a 5-star fighter ticket, selection ticket, which is very, very nice. Or as you can see, if you save up a lot of coins, you can also get 10 random summons, so that's actually not too bad if you're really into that. Then we have the League Match. This is pretty much the same thing, and pretty much very similar rewards, but as you can see, I'm at 3,000, and at 5,000 I get a 5-star special card selector. So I'm going to actually invest some time here, so let's do 1 here. And you also have some daily bonuses for victory points. So I'm not really interested in reaching maximum ranking, honestly, so we're going to go with the easiest victory, which is down here. Yeah, I'm a bit of a jerk like that. So much like in the original games, you select the order, and it's good luck to you, honestly. Now, during these fights, it's actually more of a 2D fighter, instead of the actual brawler, but with the same brawler mechanics. So as you can see, because our Kula is super powerful, and we had type advantage, we pretty much destroyed mine, and yeah, her Diamond Breath stays on the field quite a bit longer than people suspect. And yeah, we're starting to lose some frames there. And yeah, in that case, the game did switch character because it was of a tap advantage. There we go. Victory! We gained 159 points, went up in rankings, gained 10 victory points. And we ever got some money. Ta-da! So as you can see, yeah, this is actually not a bad place to get some extra little cash and cards. And lastly, there's the tournament preseason. This I don't think let's see, all fighters level are fixed at level 90. All slots on their core boards have been activated, okay. Stats of equipped battle cards will be applied. Leader skill and team relation effects will not be applied. Stats obtained through enhancement and codex will not be applied. Now this one, as you can see, because we are pretty far from all the servers, yeah, I can't really participate here in this one. Which kind of sucks. So what can we actually gain? 200 threat points? That doesn't seem worth it. But yeah, that's PvP right there. Now, let's take a look at the shop and see how fair it actually is. Oh, here we go. So this is one of the things. So you can watch a commercial and get 30 free rubies, which is not bad. Combine that with the 50 rubies you can get from completing your daily quests, which are up here. And that's at least 100 rubies that you can get a day, and 100 rubies is enough for one multi-summon. But this is... Let's see, purchases available. So today I can watch 6 commercials and get 30 rubies each time. So that's 180 rubies I can get today for a total of 230. So that is not bad. That is definitely not bad. But let's take a look at actual prices. Purchase rubies. Yes, I live in Mexico, so that's giving me the present Mexican peso. So just divide that by half, essentially, and take away 0. And that's essentially what it costs. So 80 rubies is about $1. So, okay then. So the minimum for a multi-summon is 900. So you would need, let's see, that gives you 400. That's 800. So there's no, okay, so you will need to spend $15 per multi-summon, combining the second and third package. But that's the 50% off sale right there. So now, this secret shop here, let's see what this is. Well, please to get various other things. Interesting. So that's the shop. So seems relatively standard, honestly. But this private shop, as you progress through the story and events, you're going to unlock these special summon banners and thingamajigs for you and you alone. Everyone gets it whenever they beat those certain pieces of the story, and during these you can actually summon those very specific things. As you can see here, we could go for Orochi Leona and Orochi Iori, following the same standard summoning banner rates, 900 rubies and all that good stuff. Or this one here for the epic quest. We've got Goenitz there if you really want him, and the special card summons as well. And packages for you and you alone as well, though I'm never going to buy anything with real money here. It's way too expensive. So yeah, so that is King of Fighters All-Stars, but we're not done yet. I'd like to show you what the boss battle in the epic story is like. So I believe the one I need is 1-6. Let's see, and enemy raid boss 1-6. Yes. So let me just show you what type of raid boss we have to deal with in this story. So I invested a lot into that free Athena that they gave me because she's actually very good against this boss. So into battle we go. Now Terry is still at the front because he is actually a very nice leader for fist type fighters. But we're going to switch him out instantly. So yeah, very nice, right? Let's take Auto Offload, look, summon Athena. I said Athena, there we go. So as you can oh, dodge, there we go. Okay, we need to unlock our finisher. Okay, then we've got that. We walked into that was dumb of us. Okay, our finisher is ready. Okay, we need to do this in order to stop her from doing that attack. If we don't, we will take a boatload of damage. It's not our super strong finisher, so we need to work on that. Summon the Striker. Cycle Ball. Phoenix Arrow. There we go. We have it ready. Excellent. I'll be able to show it to you, so let's use it now. There we go. There we go. Nice amount of damage there. There we go. And that finished her off. Now that looked kind of easy, but you need to pay attention to very MMO style red areas. You need to have a type advantage. You need to have a proper level. You need to have all the skills unlocked. Yeah, it can be a pain in the butt, but once you find that character that really helps you along, it can definitely make it a lot easier and a lot more fun. So yeah, that is King of Fighters All-Stars. A pretty in-depth look, if I do say so myself. And just as an FYI, we are going to get a King of Fighters crossover event probably in a few days. So if you also... No, not a King of Fighters crossover, right? A Tekken crossover event. There we go. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and we will see you maybe with more King of Fighters All-Stars content in the future, where we explore all the raids and events. Maybe you explore the fighters, and maybe do some pulling. But anyway, later.